Hey guys, so I'm going to start off by applying the LMS Pro Collagen Cream to my face and just rubbing it in until it's all absorbed. And then next I'm going to take the IT Cosmetics Anti-Aging Armor Under Eye Cream, I don't know, something like that, and just kind of rubbing it all in, gentle pressure around the eye. And then next is going to be the Dr. Brandt's Needles No More Under Eye Baggage Reducing Cream. I just kind of put a little bit on, warm it up with my fingers, and then kind of tap it in underneath my eye. And it just helps to reduce puffiness and dark circles underneath the eye. And then next I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I put this on my eyebrows just to kind of give the pomade that I'm going to use next something to kind of grab onto to make it a smoother application. I'm going to take the Luxie Round Top Blender and just kind of buff that in just to blend it all in and get ready for the pomade. For the brows, I'm going to use Chella Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow Cream. We actually got this in a boxy, I don't know, a couple months ago, and I actually really like it. So I'm just going to take that and just kind of start filling in my brows. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Tarte Shape Tape and just kind of go up underneath my brow a little bit and just kind of clean up any excess that didn't really turn out well, and just kind of clean them up a little bit. I'm going to take some more of that Shape Tape, just a little excess that was on the brush left over from cutting in the brows before, and just kind of go up on top and clean up the tops of them as well. I'm going to go in with my Real Technique sponge and just blend out that concealer around the eye just to make it a little smoother. Next, I'm going to take some more of that Shape Tape and just kind of apply it on my eyelid to act as a primer or a base for the eyeshadow, and to also cover up like the darkness of my eye and the veins and stuff that show as well. Now I'm going to go in with the Coty Airspun powder and just kind of set that concealer so it doesn't move. Right now, using the Morphe 25B palette, I'm going to go in with the shade Image on a fluffy brush and just kind of blend that as my transition shade with back and forth sweeping motions. Going back in with that Morphe 25B palette, I'm going to take the shade Talk and place that more so in my crease and blend it out with a smaller, denser blending brush. Now taking the shade Effort, I'm going to go in and kind of deepen the outer corner and the crease and kind of bring it into the inner corner as well, just to kind of deepen it up and give it some dimension. Going back in with Effort, I'm going to just add a little more and just kind of deepen up that crease just a little bit more. Taking Shape Tape concealer on a flat brush, I'm going to go in and start to cut the crease. I start cutting the crease by just placing the concealer on my eyelid, kind of in the middle, and just doing short, patting, sweeping motions, very gently, to kind of start the shape of the cut crease. And once I get it where I want it, I'll look up because I have hooded eyes, and this will give me a guideline to start connecting the whole entire cut crease together. Going in with the Morphe 35T palette, I'm going to take the shades Fly and Primo, mix those together, and place them on my lid with a small flat brush. Going back in with the 25B palette, I'm going to take the shade Effort and just kind of deepen the outer crease again, kind of blending where the concealer and the other eyeshadow come together, just to kind of give it that seamless blended effect. Out of the Ballot Boss Holy Grail palette, I'm going to go in with the shade Pearl and use that as a highlighting shade on my brow bone. Going in with the Ulta Beauty Pore Refining Primer, I'm going to place that on my nose and around my nose. I have really deep pores in this area, so this helps prevent oiliness and it'll help with the pore refining as well. I'm going to take that same primer and just put it on my forehead and on my chin as well. For foundation, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation in Matte. I just kind of put this all over my face and blend it in. You have to blend quickly with this one because it does dry very fast. Just as a side note with this foundation, I find that it applies better for me with a beauty blender, with a sponge. I use a Real Technique sponge. For me, it applies better with that than it does a brush. For concealing and highlighting, I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm going to put this underneath my eye, the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my forehead, and on my chin and Cupid's bow. Next, I'm going to go in with the Dermablend Loose Setting Powder and set my under eye. I like to take the Maybelline Fit Me setting powder and set the rest of my face with this. I like to do that because it gives me a little more coverage in areas if I need it. And I also like to use the Rimmel Stay Matte powder, and I put that in areas where I'm the most oily, usually around my nose and on my chin. To finish up the eye look, I'm going to go back in with the Morphe 25B palette and go in with Talk to define my lower lash line, to kind of smoke it out and kind of blend it in with the rest of the eye look. I'm going to take Effort on a pencil brush and go in and darken up the lower lash line a little more. Taking the shade Vermeer out of Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, I'm going to use that as an inner corner highlight. Now I'm going to take Hoola Bronzer by Benefit and contour and kind of bronze up my face a little bit to give it a little bit of color. Shade Inventor from the Pure Sculptor palette. I'm just going to deepen up the contour just a little bit. Going in with the big powder brush, I'm just dusting away the excess powder that was left after setting the under eye and the rest of my face. Taking Coty Airspun on a sponge, I'm going to go in and just kind of carve out the contour a little bit. It'll define it a little more and make it pop. For blush, I'm going to go in with Milani Powder Blush in the color Romantic Rose. For highlight, I'm going in with Mary Luminizer by The Balm Cosmetics for highlight. the Brow Gal Brow Gel. I'm using that to lock my brows into place. Using the All Nighter Setting Spray by Urban Decay, spraying that all over the face to lock it into place. For lashes, I'm going to be using the Lashaholic Instaglam lashes. Thanks for watching this video. All products used will be listed in the description box below, and don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.